Yeah, I mailed those to you a while back. Second one.
Ryan, I guess you're gonna be in charge.
Great, thanks.
Trisha's not here. If anybody wants to see the November balances, financials. There's some here.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order at 5:30 p.m. Everybody's here with the exception of Tricia. Approval of meeting minutes from the last 5 meetings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think, unless I'm ahead of myself, but I think I had 2 executive meetings and 2 budget meetings, 3 budget meetings maybe to approve.
So moved.
Okay, new business resolutions. Well, old business. Do we have any old business we need to discuss? Okay. New business. A lot of these resolutions have to do with, there's several of them for tonight, but
Oh, you want me to explain?
Kelly
I'll
explained.
pass them down then.
Yeah, let Kelly explain the fire territory equipment fund transfer and how that works. We've done that in the past.
Okay, so the first resolution you tabled in March, was for the fire territory equipment replacement fund. We are, allowed by the state to take any monies that we have unencumbered. We can take 5% of the territory levy and transfer into our equipment fund. So at that, we can transfer the full 5%, which would be $9,540. Now, this would have been for the 2024 year. But I did request that the town also, because they will have to have a like ordinance signed. I've not received any response from the town. So I will reach out to them again this week to see if they will go forward with getting their ordinance signed, but we need to go ahead and sign this so I can get this transferred within the 2025 year.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Support.
Both entities have to sign that.
Well, we'll
Similar.
sign the resolution, you'll sign, and then they will have to sign an ordinance. So
Correct.
it's 2 separate documents that they'll have to
But they
do.
have to make the same action.
Mhm.
Do that transfer. Okay, and we've done that in the past. That adds about how many dollars would that add into the equipment fund, you said?
I can do that.
5,000 something?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds better.
All right, so the next one is the multi-hazard mitigation plan. This just says the township agrees to be part of the emergency plan that's developed by the county, and that the county will run the emergency program and the major emergency plans going forward, and we will likely adopt any changes that they make to the emergency management plan. So this is like tornadoes.
So countywide all hazard plan.
Countywide, but you have to opt in. So the county has a dedicated emergency manager. That's his full-time job. Actually, they have 2 of them. And so they're the people who prepare the plans. We're included. Every municipality entity can be included if they opt in. So this is us opting in so that we're part of the.
Does, correct me if I'm wrong, does that assist if there were fundings available either through the county or federal funding or state funding?
Yeah, they'll
For
take
a
care of
tornado
that.
goes through to assist people. Okay.
Well, and so what it's for that is to organize the response, right? So they'll call even our fire department and say, hey, we need this here, that, there, right? So they're coordinating the emergency responders countywide for a major event.
Mhm.
All in favor?
All in favor, aye.
We can sign those all at the very end too, if you wanna make that easier, so. Okay, your next resolution is, well, first off, I guess we would have to, bring our assistant chief to the board for approval. So do you want to?
We have promoted Travis McVicker to the position of assistant chief.
Good.
So we would need a vote to approve that?
I make a motion to approve Travis as assistant chief.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Okay. So with that, this is a credit card policy. We had one for the previous assistant chief. So we're just going to request that he holds, a credit card that would just be like for out of town traveling. If he needed to run to get some supplies and we don't have a setup account, then he has the credit card. But all of that would need to be approved through the chief. And then if the chief wasn't here to approve it, then I would approve that spending. So Travis, you can't just take the credit card and spend how you choose.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we approve, as we have in the past, the credit card for the assistant chief for the incidental expenses needed.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, your next resolution is, we had a lot of public utility service, assistance this year, and we didn't have enough monies in that line item. We went over budget just in the public utility services, but we had some extra monies in our burial. So I am just asking that we transfer $1,000 out of the burial line item into the public utilities. So it's not asking for more monies, it's just doing a transfer from one line item to the next line item.
So move.
Okay, all those in favor? Yes, aye.
Aye.
And then the next one is is the salary resolution. And you can both look at what the proposed are. There were no increases from the administration level, but it was requested that we give a 3% increase to the firemen.
I think that was discussed at the budget, several budget
It was,
meetings.
but we just have to put that
In the
as a
resolution.
township to the state, what our salary resolution is. So I broke down, this coming 2026 year, we are doing things differently. Our, volunteer on-call staffing is no longer, they are now employees. So they will be getting paid, $15 to $20, and it just depends on what certifications they bring to the table. And then chief has that when they respond to a call, they automatically will get paid that first hour.
The first hour regardless.
And then any hours after that, they will be getting paid. In the past, it was just a point. If you showed up and you were here for 4 hours, you just got a base point, which I think averaged to be about $15 per point. So it's actually more beneficial for the men because they do a lot of our backup on calls, like the second the truck's out. We've had a couple big fires this year, so it'll help compensate them more for their time rather than them just feeling like they're only worth that $15. Now they'll be getting actually paid per hour.
I think when we calculated it out, it was actually an increase.
It is an increase for them,
For the,
Mhm.
if you call them volunteers, but paid on-call staff.
right?
Is there a motion?
So make a motion.
So that's just to show you that there is something different on that salary resolution this year.
Is there a second?
Yeah, I make a motion to approve the salary resolution. Mike, second.
All in favor? All
Aye.
right, y'all signed it. Let's make sure you had that.
Okay, and then the next resolution is, mainly what the meeting was for tonight. We did advertise it in the paper. We need to request additional appropriations, for our general fund Part of that is gonna be $1,600 for personal services, and that was just, there was a discrepancy when we approved the budget last year that we didn't put enough money in for taxes in the personal services. So we need $1,600 to cover the taxes. And then on other services and charges, we need an additional 32,000. And some of those additional charges would be because we had litigation this year, active litigation. And so we went over the professional service budget. So for the general fund, we need an additional $33,600.
Make a motion, we approve the transfer of additional funds in the general fund.
I'll second it.
All you're appropriating it from one line item to the other line item.
Right.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Now, that's not a correct statement. That is not going from one item to another. These are actually asking the state, so when we prepare our budget, we're asking the state to give us an appropriated amount of money. So with this, we went over our appropriated budget.
Okay.
So we're just simply, we have the money sitting in our cash reserves. So we're just taking this then back, when you guys approve it, we're going back down to the state and saying, will you give us more money for our budget? So
For purposes, we're taking it from our rainy day fund.
We're just taking it,
Right,
And
yeah,
moving it into
basically,
the fund.
which is not a line item on.
we're
the
just
budget.
taking it from our cash reserve,
Right,
which is,
okay.
I mean, this was even worked into the 2026 budget when you were working it.
Mhm.
We had already put in there that we were gonna ask for additional funds because we knew we were gonna be running very close on those line items.
Okay,
Okay.
I understand. You're right, sir.
So on the fire territory fund, the supplies, we're asking for 10,300 additional monies. And then on other services and charges, we're asking for 15,000. So it'll be a total of $25,300 that we're requesting from the state.
Okay. We already had a motion to approve that. Okay. Fire territory additional appropriation.
So the general fund's when you sign, that's the fire territory one that you got.
What'd you say?
One's
That's the
for
fire territory
one's for
one.
general.
That was the general fund one.
Well, I didn't sign here.
Right there.
In the back.
Oh,
Are you ready to move on?
where's mine too?
I'll look it over before you leave to make sure everything.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm marking it off here.
So. Okay, so next, on the trustee report, I have put the 2025 ledger up through November. As of 2:00 this afternoon, we did receive our fall funding, so these cash available balances are not accurate, because we just added another $484,000 in cash to our cash available. And that would break down through the township, the building debt, fire equipment debt, the territory. So, I mean, I will get you more accurate numbers tomorrow once I get that deposited in. So, but you can roughly say that you can add another 484,000 to that 2 million. Okay. I did one this year, so I'm going to ask for approval on my mileage. I had 1,481 miles. With that, I had to go downstate 3 times for different meetings. And so that came to a total of $1,036.70. So I'm just asking
Make a
for,
motion, we approve the trustees mileage claim.
I'll second it.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
okay. I did not put this on, the agenda, but I will let you know that as of December 9th, we have dismissed both cases, one from St. Joe County and the one from Marshall County. We were able to come to an agreement with Union North Ambulance, and they did return our equipment. So with that, we released them from any pending charges. So that's not on the agenda, but know that it has been filed and those court cases have been dismissed with both courts.
Pending charges in relationship to the equipment.
Exactly, yes. And then we also have, I did speak with Cultivate Food Rescue. We have a food distribution coming up this Saturday from 11 to 2, and then they want us to go on an every other month basis for the time. So we're going to have one in February, April, and June, and I'll have those dates that I will put on our calendar for the public. But if we see that there is a need for more dates, then after June, they will try to do it like on a monthly basis. The biggest issue that we're finding right now is just the staffing. It's requiring about 3 to 5 people. I mean, it's more comfortable if we have 5 people at the distributions. But right now we're like relying heavily on not our volunteers, on our paid firemen. And if they get called out, then it's down to like me and maybe 1 or 2 others. And we have had pretty good response from it. We usually can serve anywhere from 100 to 125 families that come through. And then whatever excess foods we do have, we have been able to help the United Methodist, Lakeville United Methodist Church and County Line Church. So I do think it's beneficial to continuing this. And I think all I would say with this is just anyone that is interested in volunteering their time on these days, it usually if you're here between like 10 and 2.
When's the next one?
Our next one's a Saturday, so.
I know in the past I've reached out to the town board to see if they would assist with that.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I could send an email today. It might be a little bit of a short notice, but they've advertised it in their town newsletter, I'm assuming.
Right, no,
So, I mean, they are aware,
they are.
but
So-
I'll reach out to them, see maybe have some helpers that'd be willing to help for a few hours.
Mhm.
The other thing, maybe we can reach out to like the Lions Club or Cub Scouts or
Mhm.
other civic organization,
About the FFA
FFA.
Mhm.
at the school.
I mean, we did have a few girls that came, I don't remember what they were doing, I want to say honor society, they needed some public,
Community
hours.
service
and-
hours.
So, they came and helped, and that's fine. We'll
We
take,
had 2 of them, didn't
yeah, we did that one. Yeah, you were here for that one. Mhm. So,
But I think, maybe we can reach out to FFA. You have the contact there.
I can call Mr. Watts, ask him.
It's kind of short notice, but we don't want to reach out to too many groups and then you got 25 people here. You don't need that many, but
Right.
if we can get 2 or 3 people, that's a big help.
okay, next agenda item is, we do need to reestablish our fire territory equipment replacement fund. Right now, it's at 0.0331, and we are allotted to go to 0.033. So it's not much, but we just don't want that to keep decreasing. So with that, I've already had Steve Dalton work on getting the ordinances and everything. As far as, we just need to have a meeting and we need to advertise it. So he would like to do that on January 6th. I said that I would throw that in front of the board to see what availability you had, and then we can go ahead and advertise it.
When is our first meeting in January?
Well, we could do the January 6th because we'll need to appoint our board.
That's
So
right.
let's do it all at one time. It's a Tuesday night.
I know that the date is mandated,
Mm-hmm.
and how you get there is kind of hard to explain. I would think January 6th.
So for you,
5:30.
so we'll just plan January 6th at 5:30. That's all I have. So, feedback to the board on what other business you have.
I think, other business. There's nothing that I wanna bring up.
Motion to adjourn.
Well, we need to open it up to the public.
Nobody get to speak or
The
not?
public gets, no, I said, we're
It's not
opening it up
on
to
the
the public.
agenda. I don't see it.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. I was
We're
doing,
It's not.
I was doing Trish's job, but anyways, yes. No, so. Okay. So, the public is open to ask questions on things that we spoke about on the agenda. But I did add, I do know I added the ambulance and that was not part of this, so, if you do have a question, feel free.
That's what I would like to ask the board as to where are we at with the ambulance sitting here? Since apparently the case is resolved now.
So we just got the equipment back, so
Yeah.
they're working on a plan. We'll probably know more in January. But like I said, it just came back, so short answer is they're working on it. Longer answer is we'll have more for you in January. So if you come back to the January 6th meeting, I don't know if you're doing anything.
Nope.
Should have a little
We
more,
can pull it up and screen it.
should have a little more
I
information
might
than.
be available that time.
You can play
I got a
it.
honeybee conference to go to. It's very important.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can play
Do you
it.
do honeybee? Seriously?
So what's the buzz?
I want to have some questions for you.
Back to the agenda.
For a fee. He don't talk to him for free.
Okay, with that being said, make a motion to adjourn.
Yes.
Second.
All those in favor? Okay, meeting's adjourned.
Okay, let me see if I have any questions here on this. Okay, no questions.
Meeting adjourned at 5:53.